Is Trump going to be on the ballot in this next federal election? Ginny Roth is here to answer that. But before then, please subscribe and PayPal, because particularly in this election year, and maybe a year and a half election year, we need independent analysis of the issues, not from the PMO-fed media, and we need to stay on the air. So thank you very much. Ginny Roth is a smart consultant with Crestview. She knows practical politics, she knows policies, and let me put it to you, it's no secret. The Prime Minister's already said it's going to be about Trump, and he's going to try to make sure Canadians think that Poilievre is wacko, or whatever you want to say, unloosed like Trump. And one of the reasons to do that is about abortion, Roe and Wade. I mean, do you think Canadians are going to fall for that?
I get why he's trying to do it, because I'm not sure he has any other option. It's kind of their only path. The challenge is, first of all, Canadians, the only person as unpopular with Trump for Canadians right now is Justin Trudeau. So he's not the strongest messenger. And as Liberals, I think people know they're desperate. So when they make a desperate play, it reeks of desperation and people are less likely to buy it. And you already have seen Poilievre has invested and is paying for huge ads that introduce himself to Canadians that show he's not like Trump. And the Liberals have been nowhere on trying to do negative ads on Pierre, so he's defining himself.
Yeah, but they've just started. And you know that old Liberal machine can kick in and be very, very effective. And I've heard from some women, they're saying, oh, elect the Conservatives and our right to abortion is going to go. And I said, have you heard that from the Conservatives? Or is somebody else saying that? They just, we know. You're a woman, is that going to be a big issue with some women?
I think it's way too little too late. There will be some voters who are always going to be anti-conservative, who just think conservatives, because there's a home for social conservatives in their party, they're not for them. And that's fine, but conservatives don't need their votes. They can win a majority government without those votes. We saw Stephen Harper do it. I think Poilievre can do it again. And so he can't be distracted by that. He has to convince the GTA voters, the suburban voters that he's not scary. He's already invested millions of dollars in an ad buy to do that. I think it's having some success. And I think it's too little too late for the Liberals. I think people are going to be very skeptical of it.
They have a year and a half, Ginny. It's a long time.
But once a brand is defined in the public consciousness, you're seeing, as Canadians get to know Poilievre, his negatives go down and his positives go up. The Liberals need to reverse that. That is a massive ad spend. They needed to start a year ago, the minute the guy became leader, and it's too late. And in the meantime, Canadians have lost all trust and faith in them. So they're just not inclined to buy into their messaging.
And yet, I saw the other day on Instagram, the Liberals are playing part of that interview where your leader is in some orchard with a very ill-informed journalist. You know, he's having an apple while he's listening to the questions and saying, well, that's just garbage. They're playing that over again.
I find that so funny because that video that Poilievre put out went literally viral. You had American conservatives excited to see it because it was so all over the internet. People loved it because he was talking back to a journalist who had done no research. He totally put him in his place. How desperate do the Liberals have to be to push out the content that Poilievre was excited went viral in the first place?
That's the question. How bad do the Liberals have to be? Ginny Roth, thank you very much. 3 minutes. This show provides independent analysis of the issues. We are not paid by the government. And as I am finding, so much business in Canada relies upon various governments that they don't want to sponsor or advertise on a show which may become controversial, which talks about liberty, freedoms, sometimes criticizes government. I've had guests on that support the government. But people are saying, you know what? We don't want to bite the hand that feeds us, i.e. government, which is why I hope you'll subscribe and contribute to keep this show on the air.